Hey, unified dumbass here. In my previous video, I explained how our universe is this one-dimensional string, and how this one-dimensional string creates the second dimension, creates the third dimension, and how the third dimension goes back into the first dimension. Ultimately, you have just one string. Our universe began one-dimensional, but before that was this compressed 3D volume of space-time. Our universe came from another universe that began one-dimensional. As you move from universe to universe, it all is ultimately one string. If our universe is this green string, it is a finite segment of the one-dimensional multiverse string where all universes are adjacent to each other in time. This multiverse string will create a second and third dimension of universes. If you were at this scale, you could freely move to different universes just as easily as you moving from one location to the next on our string. You can move to other universes, but you have to go into a black hole, die, become a string, be reborn, and then go back into another black hole, die, and the cycle just repeats. Time pushes you into the next universe. At the multiverse string scale, time pushes you through all universes. The compressed 3D volume of all universes on this multiverse string will eventually pop out back into a one-dimensional string. This scale goes up every time you go back to the first dimension. You now move on to the omniverse string, where you have adjacent finite multiverses all on this one medium. Theoretically, this one-dimensional string could scale up infinitely. However, I don't think that's the case. Time moves through each dimension to create the next scale. It does this through the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 pattern. This is a fractal-like pattern of the first dimension, the string, which is time. In our natural world, we have fractals. However, they are finite. There is a beginning and an end. Time has a finite amount of energy. Thus, the string is finite. If time were this tree, this fractal would end at the leaves of this tree. This is the end of time. However, there was also a beginning of time. This is where the seed was planted. 0 dimensions is a point. It has no length, no width, no height, and occupies no space. It is purely a coordinate or location. The beginning and the end are 0-dimensional points of this one-dimensional time string. What could be outside of time? Maybe it's just a bunch of 0-dimensional points. In between every 0th dimension is a length of time. There is not just one tree, but there are many trees, and many shrubs, and many different sized trees, and other fractal-like objects in the natural world. Since our one-dimensional string had 2 0-dimensional points, that means there are more than one 0-dimensional points. The length of a time sits in between 2 0-dimensional points. Yeah, so I'm not sure how much deeper I can go into this. I may have reached my limit. This is Unified Dumbass. I'm out of here.